Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. A soldier will fight long and hard for a bit of colored ribbon. History is a set of lies agreed upon. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. The strong man is the one who is able to intercept at will the communication between the senses and the mind. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. The winner will be the one who controls that chaos, both his own and the enemy's. There are only two forces in the world, the sword and the spirit. In the long run the sword will always be conquered by the spirit. Great ambition is the passion of a great character. Those endowed with it may perform very good or very bad acts. All depends on the principles which direct them. To do all that one is able to do, is to be a man. To do all that one would like to do, is to be a god. One must change one's tactics every 10 years if one wishes to maintain one's superiority. I am sometimes a fox and sometimes a lion. The whole secret of government lies in knowing when to be the one or the other. In politics, never retreat, never retract. Never admit a mistake. Doctors will have more lives to answer for in the next world than even we generals. There is one kind of robber whom the law does not strike at, and who steals what is most precious to men, time. The torment of precautions often exceeds the dangers to be avoided. It is sometimes better to abandon oneself to destiny. The extent of your consciousness is limited only by your ability to love and to embrace with your love the space around you, and all it contains. When small men attempt great enterprises, they always end by reducing them to the level of their mediocrity. The Battle of Austerlitz is the grandest of all I have fought. Public opinion is the thermometer a monarch should constantly consult. Men take only their needs into consideration, never their abilities. A revolution can be neither made nor stopped. The only thing that can be done is for one of several of its children to give it a direction by dint of victories. I love power. But it is as an artist that I love it. I love it as a musician loves his violin, to draw out its sounds and chords and harmonies. With audacity one can undertake anything, but not do everything. A revolution is an idea which has found its bayonets. A man cannot become an atheist merely by wishing it. Forethought we may have, undoubtedly, but not foresight. Ambition never is in a greater hurry than I. It merely keeps pace with circumstances and with my general way of thinking. The great proof of madness is the disproportion of one's designs to one's means. The herd seek out the great, not for their sake but for their influence, and the great welcome them out of vanity or need. In order to govern, the question is not to follow out a more or less valid theory but to build with whatever materials are at hand. The inevitable must be accepted and turned to advantage. You must not fear death, my lads, defy him, and you drive him into the enemy's ranks. Riches do not consist in the possession of treasures, but in the use made of them. Among those who dislike oppression are many who like to oppress. The human race is governed by its imagination. The act of policing is, in order to punish less often, to punish more severely. Let the path be open to talent. It is my wish that my ashes may repose on the banks of the Seine, in the midst of the French people, whom I have loved so well. I am the successor, not of Louis XVI, but of Charlemagne. Power is my mistress. I have worked too hard at her conquest to allow anyone to take her away from me. When soldiers have been baptized in the fire of a battlefield, they have all one rank in my eyes. The first virtue in a soldier is endurance of fatigue, courage is only the second virtue. The people to fear are not those who disagree with you, but those who disagree with you and are too cowardly to let you know.